Real John got it. Grinding from the bottom. Blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body.
We welcome you back to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Chiefs who are in possession of the football. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to get the coach some highlights here. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They run it again with Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Richie James.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first time.
The great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from... That's a good start for him.
Back to throw, Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, that kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, it's Chubb, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Now it's Watson. Touchdown!
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got them excited to meet me. Meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it, and repeat. Repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. Our crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it.
The third and final week of the preseason is here.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Here's Richie James on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Pacheco once again, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take out blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 34 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team, but he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
On 1st and 10, Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the 50, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Chubb. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Gets around him, stays on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Pacheco. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
And when he trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's James. Oh, some strong running. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell us, end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The final shot before the break. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They go with Chubb on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, it's James. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Moore, the man in motion. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
That is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down around the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Just power of football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, Hollywood is going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, we're going to take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
We've been seeing teams going to the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come and
taking it right down Broadway. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now the Browns down by 10. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Dobbs is throwing. Forced out to his left. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Dobbs. His throw incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Dobbs. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Bell. He's across midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. But worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason. But that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throw complete to Bell. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Now Dobbs over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Dobbs. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try to get the touchdown later.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
And I think the Browns got it. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
They'll look to throw. And it is.
Real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good on my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After the way it get hectic, don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and know you do it texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You would say what you want, but my step was on speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like for the chain. That's competitive. Me making rain in your hood like I weather the streets. My label we good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done call me a Dylan. I got off the block.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 36-yard line. And down at the way they picture that opening drive on 3rd.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've cocked it up, you got to go back to the sideline to regroup a little bit.
So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Now a seventh-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and 4. Here's Pacheco once again. Nifty move. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And it's straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, Those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. Third and 2. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that one.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Well, that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Not a lot of point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost a leg into the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. To the air yet again, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he comes the ball up, as you noted.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 on a 1st down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The third quarter action from Kansas City, second down and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's taken down. Chiefs sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down to sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And the pressure gets to him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. James now to return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Down at the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chiefs get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant. He will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, I wish this staff worked as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I did the back under
pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Gabbert's throw here into the hands of Moore. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 42-0.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Dobbs. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
87 yards rushing here for Edwards-Helaire. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you force turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics and everything. My question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other obviously?
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back with the total friends. Run it back when I told it right.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards. But also,
with the boat dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Bobby act and run it back, and you see how I act. Then I laugh, feeling like a fatal heart attack. I die for that. I stress about it, I think less without it. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key, running back, let me have it back. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Solo might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Lions and the Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2023. As it will be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. Well, Charles, our 8th opening night broadcast together, and we couldn't ask for a better place to be. Arrowhead Stadium in a festive atmosphere all day. Smell of barbecue in the air. They unfurled the Super Bowl banner just a few moments ago. It's a celebration, and they are ready to get the new year started.
But I like most partners is that you got them to slow the car down. We got a little taste of that barbecue, not just the smell. We are able to eat it a little bit. I like that. But hey, let's not overlook these Lions under Dan Campbell. They're not here to enjoy the barbecue or the ceremony. They're here to win. They think they've got a good football team as well, and they think that they're going to the playoffs in Detroit.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him in the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. average 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right?
That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns and led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train. And injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double zero, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this a tough spot for these Lions on the road in Arrowhead to start the year. But it's also, you'd have to say, Charles, a showcase opportunity for them because this is a team that historically hasn't gotten a lot of big opportunities like this.
And when they have gotten them, they haven't really delivered. This is a team, though, that believes that big things are out there for them. And they think that they can start to write a new history, beginning with this game right here.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. James now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting is not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter, maybe not today, but someone they can develop to make him one within the first couple of seasons. How about their strategy? All about long-term upside, and they added a ton of it this spring.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And